So last week I mentioned there would be a scenery change, and in case you can't tell from the flying rats and subways, we are in New York City. I went to New York City because my partner KarynRose Bruyning had a project that she was writing, directing, and producing. And I had the idea that maybe this would be a good opportunity to share the process in motion, since we are all together as one for this glorious occasion. And, provide you guys with a few guerrilla filmmaking pro tips.
Oh, this is not my best angle. Why would you do this? This is your angle.
Does that work better?
It does. Now you get all the numbers. That. Even though that was probably luxurious. Terrence Day, he calls working with us boot camp for filmmakers. And I think it is. I think that you do learn to do everything because, we're small but mighty. So if you are like, oh no, I don't do that, you can't work with that. Step 1.
Yes.
Be ready to move when I yell go. I'm lucky, and I know that I'm lucky, and that I do have a team of people who I can always call. Everybody knows if I clear the day, be ready to go on that day and do whatever it is that I have. So yeah, I'm lucky in that respect. Realistically speaking, when we first started, people thought that we were doing something cool, so they wanted to do something cool. That didn't necessarily mean they want to do something. They want to be around. Like, everybody wants to be on set, but if you are on my set, you will be put to work. You know why? Because everybody works for the food. That's what it is. Like, I'm not just feeding you because you're hanging out. That's not a thing. Number 2, be down for whatever. Not like the cute way, like, oh, I'm cool, I'm ready to ride. Like, nah, don't be ready to ride, be down for whatever. So, like in this one, we lost a person, and I was literally sitting in the train station trying to figure out how we were gonna either get this, shoot another day, not compromise the story, what was going to happen. And then David was like, I'll go ask this person, you want me to go ask them? And it's literally how we got Katrina, like, because David's always ready. Always, always, always. If you are easily ruffled, you can't work in film. You definitely can't work in independent film because there's so much outside of your control, and so much of what you thought was going to happen may not. And so if you're not easily adaptable, it's not going to work. And I think that's the thing. And I think that's been what's helped to shape the team for sure. Be comfortable because we're going to go. Treating your crew really well is also imperative because it's like my people are ready to go. They're down for whatever, but it's also because they're treated really well. I feed them very good all the time. I politely am like, ooh, compliments, you're so wonderful. I think that women should be in positions of power on film sets specifically because it's in our training from girlhood to manage wide. We are trained in compassion. We're trained in thoughtfulness. It is very much a part of the way that people rear daughters. I think specifically Black women are reared to handle shit and to understand the delicate balance of absolutely being a boss bitch and adding in the magic of sweetness. I definitely think women on set is magic. I heard Lena Waithe talk about, having her crew and cast feel like she's the auntie on set. And I think that's the thing. It's because the auntie, she's an authority, right? But she's your mom's sister, so she's a bit cooler. She's your father's sister, so she's a bit cooler. She's a bit more approachable. She can do the fun thing. She can say the ratchet thing. She doesn't have to be so concerned with the rules of parenting. But you know, she cares very much. You know, she's a safe space to grow and learn and say. And I think that we all kind of have that about us. And so we get to guide and explain in a way that you feel like it's safe to ask the questions. So I think that all of that is super essential when on set, and I think that's something that we just have.
It's kind of what you do. We were just talking about wedding days and how I was, you know, screaming and pissed. And how, I didn't tell AJ yet, but she was doing my sister's hair. I don't even know, and my mother.
Does it hurt?
I would have screamed.
Oh no. So when I was younger, there's like this, it's an old like Jamaican phrasing. It's like, oh, I'm chief cook and bottle washer, right? It's even though I am absolutely in charge of this thing, I am not above any part of this because I must cook and wash these bottles for this thing to go well. Nobody is outworking anybody else. Like, we're all like running towards the thing at the same speed, and they can trust that.
So people feel invested.
Completely invested. You know, when we make a movie, it is our movie, and that's how we move in it. Because I'm not too good for anything, nobody's too good for anything. And also as the leader, when people see your hands in the dirt, they're significantly more willing to dig with you. If I'm on a panel for something, you get to be, you know, on the panel. Whatever it is, we move as a unit. And that's really just how I was raised to be, because you are not out here by yourself. As a leader of a team, you have to be able to reassure them that no matter what happens, you got them, and so they will always have you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did we get it?
Yeah.
But does it look good?
Did she just ask me if it looked good? Like and subscribe. See y'all next week.